Hey there, all you wonderful people. Welcome to the video. And in this video, I'm going to talk about something which you probably experienced and is really important when it comes to DPDR and recovery. And that is what happens if you're going along and you're actually starting to recover and you're getting better, or maybe you're just sort of going along at the same rate, but then something happens and your DPDR comes on really, really bad, really, really worse. And all of a sudden you start to be deep in that hole again. And so what can you do about it? So in this video, I'm going to talk about what might actually be happening there and some quick things that you might be able to do to help you sort of get out of that and give you a bit of perspective about what is actually going on in those situations. Sometimes when I'm coaching one-on-one with somebody or just somebody random online, they might send me a message which says something like, "Hey Dan, XYZ happened to me today. My DPDR is really bad. What do I do?" The worst thing that you can do right now is to start to panic or freak out or, really, really let this affect you, because then it is possible that you're going to spiral out of control. Everything's going to start to overwhelm you. And you might actually be feeling like this way for, a couple of days or maybe a week or just however long it is. And so obviously you don't want that to happen. So really instantly you need to sort of catch yourself and to put things into a little bit of perspective regardless of how you're feeling. A great way that you can put things into perspective is to sort of look at it as an analogy of you, perhaps when you had DPDR, it's equivalent to breaking your leg. And obviously that's crap. And so what you're doing is you're letting the leg heal and you're learning to walk. And after a little bit, the leg is sort of okay to be able to walk on. And this is sort of what it's like with recovery. At the beginning of any type of recovery, you do take it slow and you do take it one step at a time. And you're literally looking at where you're putting your feet. You're seeing how it feels. You're checking in, you're doing all that stuff, but you're sort of walking. And it's the same with the DPDR recovery. It's a day at a time, and maybe it's still there and things are slowly getting better. Maybe you're noticing things. And what you actually find is when you start to walk a lot more, it starts to get a little bit easier, and maybe you can walk a bit quicker, or maybe you're not concentrating 100% on every single step that you're doing. And again, it's the same with DPDR. You're just starting to recover. You're just starting to get on with life. But then what happens if you're walking and things seem to be going okay, and then you sort of take a step and you walk off a step wrong, and you sort of twist your ankle a little bit and you reach down and you're like, oh crap, that really hurts. Is your first reaction, oh, I broke my leg again, I'm never going to be able to walk, I'm going to have to start this all over again? And if that is your first reaction, then is that a realistic reaction, or are you just catastrophizing what's actually happened? And a similar thing can actually happen with the DPDR recovery, or even if you're just sort of simmering along at a normal pace and then you take a dip, is that you might be like, oh my God, it's coming back, I'm never going to get rid of this, and all those other types of thoughts are going to come through. But what you're doing is you're just noticing that one step, and you're giving extra weight and importance to that one step, which has sort of tilted you off balance, rather than looking at the 200 steps you've taken behind you to get you to that point. And this is where it really comes to perspective and to focus on the things which are actually really important. So when you do have a step back, you really need to do your best to realize that it is a literal step back. What about the 100 steps you've taken before that? What about the fact that everything was going okay? What about the fact that you were recovering? You were starting to feel a bit better, or even if you weren't starting to feel better, you weren't actually feeling worse. Think about all that. And that might put it into a bit of perspective and help you a little bit, because then you'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, like today's crap. I'm feeling crap. My DPDR is a lot worse. But what about those 20 days before it where it wasn't so bad and I was actually feeling a little bit better? So do your very, very, very best to bring the evidence to your mind of how good things have been going, rather than really focusing on that one little bad thing which has happened. Obviously, it's important to calm yourself straight away. So whatever sort of coping strategies or techniques or tools that you've got in your toolkit for helping you through these, start implementing them straight away, whatever they are. And those sort of implementations of mindfulness or meditation, or, ignoring the thoughts, or just whatever it is that you have to do that works for you, that combined with the shift of perspective of trying to look at the positive of it rather than the crap of what you're in right now, is really going to help calm you down, and it's really going to get you back on that journey of where you want to get to. So my friends, I hope you've learned a little bit from the vid, and I hope it's helped you. And if it has, consider liking and subscribing. Or if you want to get in touch with me about how I can help you with your DPDR using coaching techniques, then either send me a message on Facebook or Instagram, or book a discovery call, whatever you want to do. And let's have a chat about moving forward with you. And until next time, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.